Of the new album, which songs did you contribute to?
Uh, I was, as I remember, 5 songs, maybe titles. I don't remember exactly the titles because it's so fresh. So I don't remember exactly, but for sure, the profanation, for example, is my track. No salvation, also. Of course, the lyrics are different because we let's say divided. I wrote only 5 lyrics. Five is our friend Greg Wish provides some text because we had no time to let's say prepare whole things by myself. Yeah, I also have a family, so I try to do the best even during the lockdown. I let's say take as much time as I could. However, the composition of the songs also take a lot of time. So I compose 5 songs, and one song is let's say divided by me and Bart. Yeah, so we are together. We let's say one song we have half by half, something like this. Yeah, some riffs are mine, some riffs are his. However, and Bart also prepared the separate songs. Then we let's say join together. We just let's say work together with the how to let's say fix this composition. Some riffs are were let's say throughout because it's not fit to the concept, but generally lots of songs. So I'm also happy because they allowed me to prepare my own compositions to the new Azarath. Yeah, and this is nearly 50% of the album, so proud of it.
So the album that you're talking about is called Saint Desecration, and
Mm-hmm.
it's set to be released on November 27th of 2020 through Agonia Records.
Yes.
So you're talking about contributing to the writing process. In general, is Azarath a band that starts with the riffs? Is it a riff-driven band?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we start with the riffs, and then after the riffs, for example, during this album, because I don't know how the process looked like in the past, because I was not the member of the band. But when we work on this album, first we start with the riffs. Yeah, so we just record some riffs and send each other in the beginning which riffs are good, which are not good. Times the riffs are were changed during let's say the time, because after time we thought it's not so good, so maybe we will change something. And generally after we collected some riffs, then I try, for example, in my part of the my songs, I try to let's say somehow fix together, pose these riffs with the one big concept. And then this concept was sent to Inferno. Yeah? And then based on Inferno, let's say start to thinking about the drums for this. Yeah, and what was funny that we let's say mainly most of the songs was created during the lockdown, so we have no opportunity to let's say go to the rehearsal room and let's say try to play live this our songs. So we just sending the songs via transfer, V transfer or something, and then Inferno sitting at home and play on the pads, composing some drums on the pads. Then when I get this song, then we together with the Bart, we try to let's say put in some solos, and at the end, say I took let's say the lyrics which I write. I wrote the lyrics and Greg lyrics, and I start to let's say put inside the vocals. Yeah, so and go and then I went to my garage and start to record these vocals as a pilots. Yeah, just for some pre-production to listen what to change or something. Yeah, so and that's how it's look like, let's say our creation process. Yeah.
So you mentioned the lockdown and having to work separately from each other and combining your ideas over email. When did you guys ever get a chance to be in a room together or to record together, or was the recording also separate?
No. Of course, we had one rehearsal just before, let's say, just before the studio session, recording session. And we met in Warsaw, in the rehearsal room of the Behemoth, and we let's say together with Bart and me and Inferno, and together we start to let's say play all these songs which we prepared before. So we had the chance to meet, because the lockdown was till May, something like this, and we start record in the middle of June. So we had some time to an opportunity to meet together and also play something on the rehearsal, and this rehearsal also brings some changes in the compositions, because during this rehearsal we also changed something in the tracks, because we thought that okay, this is not some let's say songs was not fit together, during the recording. Pre-production was better, but when we start to play together, it started to be that something is wrong with this with some songs, so we just changed it a little bit. And also we recorded together in the studio, so we spent 2 weeks in studio together, and first we let's say record the tracks of the drums, and then the guitar, second guitar, bass, and at the end I just start singing. So but all of us was very well prepared, so we didn't lose the time for let's learning how to play or practicing or something. No, we just let's say put the tracks by track, and the recording process went very smoothly.
You mentioned some songs changed after the rehearsal.
Yep.
Which song would you say changed the most?
I think the most changes beyond the Gates of Gods, the Burning Gods. This song, at the end, the solos were changed significant, because the previously the end was completely different. But meanwhile, we thought that this let's say finishing of this track will be very interesting. So we will change it, and also Profanation. The Profanation. This song also was a completely different ending, and meanwhile we just resignate with this ending and put the new riffs. Rest of the songs, some small changes, just some riffs. Maybe the some riffs was a little bit longer, because we thought during when the vocal was appear, we thought okay, maybe this riff will be, let's say, go a little bit longer, because it will be better effect at the end. So but it was not so very significant changes. It's just some cosmetic. Very easy, let's say, and fast.
So you recorded the album with Halder Grunberg, who also worked on the last Azarath record, In Extremis, as well as the last Behemoth album. What's it like working with Halder?
Oh, he's very, very calm person, so it was very comfortable to record the guitars, because I'm recording guitars and vocals. He is not nervous that he has to something repeating or something, because in the studio, sometimes you have to repeat something a few times before the shape will be correct. He also is very experienced, say, sound engineer, let's say, because there was a big console with the huge amount of the buttons and other things, which for me is like magic. So but he was very, let's say, experienced, and he know what to do. If we want to change, to put some effect on the guitar, or I don't know, change something, he just do it. And he did it, and without any, let's say, nervous situation or something. So also the recording with him was very pleasant. Just track by track was, let's say, record, and of course we work from the, let's say, 10 a.m. till, for example, 7 p.m. with some break time for the dinner or lunch, something like this. But generally we just all this time we spend for the best, let's say, tracks to record the best tracks, to record the best drums and vocals and bass. So for me, this guy is very experienced, and he know what to do in such studio.
And Halder is also a member of the band Thaw, right? So he knows a thing or two about Polish
he knows how to that's why I say that he is very experienced, because he also known the band style, so he knew what to do with the sound of the guitars, with the sound of the bass. Of course we had some time for the experimental. For example, for bass we use let's say normal guitar head amp, and a little bit he mixed it with the line signal, and together the let's say sound was perfect. So he know what to do, and to, let's say, achieve the best, let's say, quality of the sound in compared to the, let's say, intensive of this music. Because Azarath is not the very easy music to let's say to make a good sound. Yeah, somebody need to know how to do it to let's say mix everything to be in this chaos. It has to be anyway somehow clear. Yeah, you have to listen in the music, not only noise. Yeah, so he knew how to do it and he did it. Yeah, so
in terms of the music, how would you compare Saint Desecration to the previous Azarath albums? I mean, obviously, I'm expecting it to be a little bit different since this is the first album you contributed music to.
mm-hmm. Yeah, this is difficult because I like all let's say albums of Azarath. Each of them is quite different. Yeah, so this Sang Desecration is also different than In Extremis. Yeah, the sound are different, the composition are different. There is some bridge, yeah, between, because this is what we want to achieve. Yeah, some bridge between the previous, let's say, albums, because it need to be still Azarath, not let's say some modern, or I don't know, some completely different band. It also demand from me some focus on the previous albums when I, let's say, composing the new tracks, yeah, new songs. So in compare, I think In Extremis is completely different. It's a very good album and I really like it. And but Sign Desecration, I also hear let's say that it's different than let's say previous. And this is what we want to achieve. Also, I discussed with Inferno what he, let's say, want to achieve in this album. Yeah, because when I, let's say, composing the tracks, the songs, I ask him and Bart as well, in which direction should I go? Yeah, because shall I go, let's say, in direction like In Extremis, I don't know, Blasphemous Maledictions, or the old albums. So Inferno told me, I remember he told me, don't care, just do what you feel, and we will choose the best of this. Yeah, and so I did it. Yeah, so but I hear that this let's say album is different than the previous. Some people compare it to the first albums of Azarath. I cannot hear it. Yeah, I think this is, of course, there is some riffs, some let's say brutal parts of the songs that is maybe similar to the first, let's say, Furious albums of Azarath. But I think this Sign Desecration is a new, let's say, age of this band, because every time when you change something in the band, especially if you change the person in the band, and this person and you allow this person to compose some tracks, it will be different than the previous one, which you compose with the totally different people. Yeah, so I have the same situation and same, let's say, experience in my band Embryo. Yeah, when I start to compose with old band members, and I listen to the old, let's say, albums, they are completely different than the new one, because the new one is, there are new people, the window was open, and you take a new air inside, and it is listenable.